Hello friends, for many years there has been a debate in the Ruby on Rails community whether there should be a generator for authentication by default in Rails, and as of now there is going to be one. So let's see how it works in a new Ruby on Rails application. At the moment the code is not yet available in the latest stable release of Ruby on Rails, but it's available on the main branch as it has been merged to main. So I'm going to create a new repository using the main branch, and to do so I will say Rails new, then the name of the repository, let it be auth and dash dash main to indicate that I want to use the latest main branch of Rails, but not the latest stable release. So now I'm generating the application, and let's open it. So cd auth code. And if I go to the gem file, I see that I'm using the latest version of Rails. So the branch is main. I will say git add all, git commit main, message create app. And now I'm going to generate this a scaffold to have one page that requires authentication and one page that does not require authentication. So I will say Rails generate, actually not a scaffold, but a controller. Let's say controller. It will be like home controller, and there will be an index action and a dashboard action. Board. Yeah. So index will not require authentication and dashboard will require authentication. Let's create this controller. Let's go to our application, go to our routes. The route will lead to home index, and I will get the dashboard to home dashboard. So this way, when I start the Rails server and go to localhost, I have home index open by default, and I also have slash dashboard available. Let's add these routes to our layout. So I will go to application html.erb, and above the body somewhere, I will say link to home route path and link to dashboard path. Okay, so here I have these two links, and both pages are accessible to anybody. Let's save our changes for now. I will say git add all, git commit message, scaffold, no, home controller. Okay, and now let's actually add this authentication. So if we go to the usage docs, we see bin Rails generate sessions. And let's run this generator and see what it gives us. So it creates a couple of migrations. Let's go and have a look. In the beam migrate, we create a user model that has an email address and the password. A session, a user can have multiple sessions, and in the session we store the IP address and user agent, so we can know that the user is logged in on a Mac computer from a specific browser in a specific location. And a user can have multiple sessions. That's cool. Then in our models, we create a current model where we will have current.session and current.user available. We create a session, so a user can have multiple sessions. And we also create, we update our routes. We add resources sessions, and resources sessions is linked to the sessions controller. Here it is. And in the sessions controller, so the new action should be available to all unauthenticated users. Then the create action to sign in, the destroy action to sign out, and we also have the straight limiting added by default. This is also a new Rails feature. And allow unauthenticated access means that users that are not logged in should be able to access the sessions controller. And this is defined, let's see where this is defined, in the authentication concern. So in our application controller, we include this authentication concern, and this is kind of the heart of the code around authentication added by this pull request. So we have a helper to check whether the user is authenticated or not. We can require authentication. We can skip requiring authentication. We can sign in and sign out. All this code, or the heart of this code, is in this authentication concern. So here we have the create method. We have start new user session. It is also defined in this authentication concern. And interestingly, we store the information about the current session in permanent cookies. So this is a good approach. It's better to store information about the currently signed in user in cookies, but not in the session. Okay, let's try running our application and see how it works out of the box. Let's say Rails server. We need to run the migrations. Okay, and yeah, I'm redirected to sessions new. So at the moment, any page, visiting any page requires being signed in. Why is it so? Because in this authentication concern, we have this before action require authentication. So it's the same as adding it inside our application controller, because it includes this authentication. So as of now, by default, visiting any page on our application requires authentication. Let's skip requiring authentication for our home controller. Yeah, before doing anything else, let's just save our changes. We'll say git add all, git commit main, generate authentication. Okay, yeah. Now let's make the home page accessible for not logged in users. To do this, I will go to this authentication concern, and we have this helper allow unauthenticated access. So I will add this to our home controller. So allow unauthenticated access only index. Let's refresh, and you see home index is accessible for unauthenticated users. And if I go to the dashboard page, I see the sign in form on the screen. Okay, this is good. Let's try signing in. Let me try foo@bar.com, and it says try another email or password. Well, I don't have any users available in the app yet, and actually this basic sessions generator, it doesn't handle registrations. It only handles authentication for existing users. So at the moment, I cannot sign in if I don't have an user. So I will create a user in the console. I will say user.create, email address will be this, and password will be the same. Okay, now let me try signing in. Will it work? Okay, yeah, I don't have the server running. So I'm signing in, and it must have worked, because now I have the home dashboard page accessible. Let's display the information about the current user and a sign out link. So I will go back to our application HTML.erb and say if authenticated. Again, authenticated is a helper defined in this authentication module. So if we are authenticated, I will display current.session. Let's try this. So we have the current session. We can display the current.user.email address. And we can also display a link to sign out. So actually it's going to be not a link, but a button to sign out, session path and method delete. I think it's delete. Okay, it says undefined method destroy for nil class. This happens because there seems to be a bug in this pull request by DHH. The destroy method should be accessible only for signed in users. But now we don't have a user defined, and we are trying to access the destroy method. So I will say allow authenticated access only to the new and to the create actions. So destroy action should be authenticated to access. Let's try sign in again. Okay, yeah, I seem to be signed in. I click on sign out and go into the dashboard page. I need to input my login information once again to be able to sign in. So I did manage to sign out. Let's try once again. Signing out seems to work. Let's add some error messages. So I will go back to this authentication concern. I will go to request authentication and say alert, sign in to continue. So now when visiting our dashboard page, I get this error, sign in to continue. And when signing out, let's also display a success message that the user has signed out. So notice signed out. Let's try once again. Signed out, and yeah, I don't have the notice visible because I don't have Flash in our application HTML ERB. So I will say equals notice and equals alert. So again, let's try to sign in. I don't have the messages visible. So let's try again. Now I'm going to try to sign in. I will also add some sort of Flash message to the successful sign in. So notice signed in. Yeah, let's put the notices on another line, the Flash messages. Okay, so I'm going to dashboard, I'm signing out, I see the signed out message, I'm going to sign in, I see the signed in message. Okay, this looks good. We've added some Flash messages for our sessions controller. Now let's try going to our homepage, and you see, if we go to the homepage, we actually don't see the information about the current user, and this is a bit strange. Why is it so? Because in the home controller, we allow unauthenticated access for index, and allow unauthenticated access skips require authentication, and require authentication has this resume session thing. So we are not setting the current session at all for our home controller index action at the moment. And that's not very nice because we want to know on this page that there is a signed in user and let him sign out. We don't want to make the signed in user visible only on the pages where he is signed in. So I'm going to set resume session in the home controller for this user. So I will say before action, resume session only index. And now when I'm on the home page as a signed in user, I still see that I'm signed in. I will sign out. I'm going to the home page. I still have the home page accessible. Okay, this looks fine. And yeah, I think that's mostly it. On top, I would also recommend adding or updating your tests to work well with this authentication method. So let's try running our tests, Rails test. And let's open our home controller test. So this is going to be root URL assert response success, and this would be dashboard URL. Okay, and well, I tried to get the dashboard path, but I was redirected to sessions new. So this is good. I wasn't let to access the dashboard URL, but I need to update the test to make it a success. So let's say assert redirected to new session URL. This is good. Now let's post session URL, email, password. Let's create a user for this. So I would say user.create. Email address would be foo@bar.com. Password would be, yeah, let's say password. Now I'm going to say post session URL, email address foo@bar.com, password, assert response success. Let's see if this works. Okay, it was redirect. So let's say assert redirected to dashboard URL. And let's say follow redirect and assert response success. This is good. And now let's also test signing out. So let's say delete session URL. And again, let's get the dashboard URL, and it should direct us to the sign in path. Yeah, I made a small typo. But yes, this is basically it. So we have tested the unauthenticated access, we have tested the authenticated access, and signing out for this dashboard path. And that's basically it. I think this addition is going to work really nice for new Ruby on Rails applications, and I'm sure this code will be improved and some bugs will be fixed, and it will be more mature by the time Ruby on Rails 8 is released. So I'm super excited about this new authentication generator in Ruby on Rails. See you in the next one.